Okay, Reggie, on to my favorite segment. What does it mean? I'm going to put you on the hot seat, put you through the gauntlet. We're going to talk about all the hot topics going on in Minnesota sports right now. Here we go. The Minnesota Wild won last night in overtime versus the Dallas Stars, 3-2, thanks in large part to Kevin Fiala's 2 goals. However, both the Avalanche and the St. Louis Blues came away with victories as well. So what does it mean for the Wild's final 9-game stretch when it comes to just this lack of breathing and wiggle room they're facing when it comes out to losing that 2 seed and dropping to the 3rd place with the Blues?
Man, look, I'm from St. Louis, and all of the guys that I follow on Twitter from St. Louis are like, man, the Blues are getting hot at the right time. And it's just like, oh, man.
I don't like that.
Oh, man.
I don't like
this.
I
don't either. And it's just interesting because, the Wild had the 2-1 lead, and it was like, okay, just got to hold on. And then when the Stars got that goal, it was just like, oh, man, here we go. And then the freaking overtime. Look, that's why you get Marc-Andre Fleury.
No doubt.
Like, are you kidding? He comes out of net with the outlet pass to Freddie, and Freddie knocks it in. Like, that was beautiful. Like, I'm not even a hockey guy by, like, trade, but I looked at that and I was just like, that was amazing. Keep doing stuff like that. Like, that's why you got Flower here. That's why he's here. And it's just like I said yesterday. They just got to keep winning, man. Like, there's no other thing to do but to keep winning, to keep pace, because those other teams that they're fighting for a spot with up top, like, they're going to continue to keep winning too, it looks like. So it's like you keep winning, you keep pace, and you just see what happens.
The Minnesota Twins, they start their 4-game series on the road in Boston today versus the Red Sox. Joe Ryan set to hit the mound this afternoon. What does it mean for the Twins and just how important it is to start out hot here and kind of find their footing and identity and start to rally some momentum against the Red Sox after this slow and sluggish 2-4 start to the season?
They need the bats to be the bats. Come through. We got Buxton, we got Correa, we got Sanchez. Like, they need those guys to, like, rake. Like, come on. Like, Sanchez needs to channel that inner Yankee in him and try to kill the Red Sox. Like, they need that. And they also need just some consistency from the pitching staff. We saw them once before. It's now come back around to Joe Ryan, and he did pretty good on an opening day. I think we just need to see some consistency from them. That bullpen is a little bit of an issue after that first week. But what we need to see is that they can kind of rally together, rally the troops, and really kind of like, come on, like we need some wins against Boston. Like, Boston is going to be probably like a pretty dangerous team this season, and it's tough. Like, you start your schedule against the Mariners, who are much improved, and then you play the Dodgers, who are like probably a World Series favorite, and then you play Boston, who is expected to compete for a World Series this year. It's like, dang, man, what do the schedule makers got against the Twins? Good Lord. Man. It's like, could they get some some little softballs in there before they have to why couldn't they play the Rockies or something? You know what I mean? Like, could they just get a little lean.
Throw me a bone here, right?
Yeah, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So I think what we have to see is just, like, they have to play up to their potential. It's tough because they're still kind of learning about each other and trying to figure things out. Didn't have a long spring training to really kind of hash things out and figure out who they are and get into a flow. But, it's go time.
Last one, Reggie on the hot seat. The Colts added big-name free agent cornerback Stephon Gilmore to their secondary, kind of sniping the last big-name cornerback on the market that remains. So the chances were slim the Vikings were probably going to target him. I think the fact remained that they still need more help at the position. So with Gilmore now gone, what does it mean for the Vikings draft plans? And with no other free agents officially left, will they now be forced, kind of pigeonholed here, to draft a cornerback with that 12th overall pick?
No, I don't think so. I think they have enough in place where they can kind of be at the top end, with Pat Pete and guys like Dantzler and, things like that. But, like, what's interesting to me is we still say best player available at 12. And if the corner is not there, maybe a Stingley is not there, I don't think you reach up and stretch for McDuffie or, any guy like that. Like I think maybe you draft best player available, and then maybe if someone trades up with you for that 12th pick, maybe you stockpile a couple corners in the second round. Maybe some of these guys that you may have a pretty good grade on that may not be first round talent, but could be a serviceable depth player for you that maybe could come in and learn behind a Patrick Peterson and take their game to the next level moving forward. Like maybe you do that. I am not in favor of them swinging for a need, because usually, with the exception of some quarterbacks, some, not all, with the exception of some quarterbacks, usually when you swing for a position of need in the draft, doesn't really work out that well.
Does not bode well. No, not at all.
So I don't want to see them do that.
No, you always go BPA no matter what. Again, you look back 2-3 years from then and you say, man, I reached on a position that we needed, but with free agent off seasons, teams change, rosters change so much from year to year. You always just take the best talent, the best player available, and no matter what the depth chart looks like, talent will always outweigh positional need, and they'll find a way to make an impact, no doubt. Remember, they could always move down. Again, we talked about the Steelers or the Saints yesterday's show. McDuffie might still be there at 18 or 20, or Andrew Booth Jr. from Clemson. So a lot of options, as you mentioned as well, for the Vikings with that 12th pick. Reggie Wilson, follow him on Twitter at Reggie Wilson TV, and on Care 11, I'm Luke Inman on Twitter at Luke_Spinman. He's Reggie. I'm Luke. Until Monday, signing out.
Stay blessed. Spread love this weekend.